Very quickly, I just wanted to record this. This is a royal blue crepe paper that I had, and I use it to dye other papers. And what I basically did was take about 20 sheets of white tissue paper, and I put it in this pan, and I put a couple of drops of alcohol ink on top of it, but it was mostly white with just some reds and greens and purples on it. See those darker spots? And then I took this streamer paper, gently laid it over the white paper. The white paper was wet, plus I had applied some alcohol to it so that the alcohol dyes would run. I placed the streamer paper over it, and then I saturated it so that the dye from the streamer paper ran on the blue. So let's see. You can see how much dye ran off this. So my white paper is all blue now. It's more like a purple in real life, but it looks blue on this camera. And you just really get a double dyeing. And this will dry to a very faded purple, which is not. It looks blue in the camera, but it's going to be purple. So it's double bang for your money. So I just wanted to show that. Okay. Okay, today is March 30th, Wednesday, March 30th, 2016. It's the next day for these papers. I pre-recorded the process where these papers were dyed, and they were in this pan. And the dye originally came from these streamers. It ran off these streamers. So, I'm sorry I have glare from the sun, but see all of these papers. I have about 20 papers. Some of them have reds, some greens. And it's funny, as the paper dries, the dye just collects in the folds. So what I will do with these is flatten them out, make them into strips that can be added with other colors that I want to include in this yarn to make it very variegated, very unique, not just all one color. So this is what I have so far. I spent this morning trying to dry these. Yes, this is Thursday, March the 31st, 2016. Yesterday I dyed these tissue papers, and they're folded in two. I think I said I had 20 sheets, but I only have about 12 in the previous clip, and I've been flattening them. I'm going to use these. You see that they're very different shades of blue. When they're spun up, I think they will be quite, a very nice variegated type of paper yarn. And then I intend to cut the tissue paper so that it's like this in 1-inch strips, and I will incorporate all of these in a cycle. I have some old crepe that was just lying around in a drawer, some more crepe, which is kind of purple, and this is hand painted tissue paper which I had in my stash, which I'm just using it up. I'd rather use it up than have it just lay around. and I'm going to incorporate each one of these in a cycle or in a series, so that when it's all done, it is one big piece of variegated yarn using the tissue paper and all of these. So I'm curious to see how much this will produce and what it will look like, and hopefully I will have a lot of it. But I know that this is not color fast, and this is really kind of, I'm sorry, I'm not even filming this straight. This is still in an experimentation stage, but I just wanted to see, you know, that's what it's about, trying different things. So that's what I'm working on. Hopefully I will make this yarn so that I can use it in the weaving loom that I made, which is probably in another video. If you want to find out about that, just go through my recent videos. Okay, that's the update today. I don't think I have any more updates for today, and I'll be back soon. Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 14th, 2016. This is the second piece of paper yarn that I can say that I've actually formally spun. This is a much thicker, chunkier piece than the first piece. The first piece I used a fine thread as the cording to give it strength. For this piece, I used a thicker type of yarn inside of it to give it strength. The first piece came out without energy and without twisting, but this piece has a lot of twist in it. Like it doesn't really hang straight, which is normal for yarns, and what they do is they wash them to set them, but because this is paper, I cannot wash it to set it. So I'm going to try and steam this to set it. But I know the exact reason why this has more twist than the other, because I used the yarn, and the yarn was already plied to a degree. So you're just plying again and creating more twist. That's why I think this paper has a lot more energy and more twist than the other one. So another experiment would be is to try it again without using something that was already plied once. But what's different with this paper is that it was in pieces, and I glued the pieces together because I didn't want to stop and spin, stop and spin, stop and spin. I just wanted to spin it. And it was a lot of paper, and I said, oh my goodness, when am I ever going to be done spinning? So I like the way it came out. It came out with where the pieces were glued together. I didn't even try to make it like one continuous line. I like the bumps in it, so I kept the bumps in it. So it has bumps throughout. It's a rugged kind of ratchet, not really ratchet, but rough looking paper. And even though it is like this type, I do like it. And I'll probably make something out of this before I use the peach. So this is the second one. And this yield, I don't know how many yards I had in the beginning. I should have counted, but it was just too much. It was some old paper that I wanted to get rid of. It was just old and faded, and I just incorporated everything. Some hand-dyed tissue paper I had in here. There's about 5 or 6 different pieces of paper in here. And I just put them all together and spun them. So some are very thin, some are thicker, different textures, different thicknesses. And so there you have it. I have 3 more pieces in the works. I don't like the way they came out with the dyeing. The first time I dyed the peach paper was the best. After that, it has been consecutively downward as far as the colors go. But I'm trying to figure out a way to make them work. So this is the second one, and maybe I'll film a clip of the next pieces that I have in store. Okay, that's it. Hello, this is Sunday, April 16th in the afternoon. This is the paper yarn that I was just speaking about in the previous video, I believe, and I was able to crochet this up into a mat, type of like a floor mat. It is very soft, it is very flimsy, you know, it's not stiff, and I tell you, this is how much I had left, about 10 inches left of yarn. I did not measure it, I just said I'm going to make a mat, because I really didn't know what to do with it. It's not perfect yarn. And that was one of my tester yarns, and it was something that I wanted to use up old paper in, but this is what it worked up to be. And if I can get close enough to show you the variations in the color without making you too dizzy. I love the light blue. Light blue is tissue paper. The purple is crepe paper. There is lots of crepe paper in here and different types of tissue paper in here. I think it's about 5 or 6 different pieces of paper. This brown is a paper, crepe paper, tissue paper. There's a navy blue, which is very, very old crepe paper. And then I think that's about it. And like some this purpley brown, which is tissue paper. So I'm going to block this, try and block it as best as I can, and I'm going to firm it up. And I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 19th, 2016, and this is finished. This, I would say, this is my first paper yarn project that I have completed. This is a prototype. It was made out of crepe and tissue paper and correspond with a thread inside the tissue paper. So this technically is not all paper. It was treated with hardeners, and this is going to be my new doormat. I might not like the colors, but I did not know what to do with these colors, and I just wanted to make something. You know, sometimes you just have to make something, get something completed, and then move on to other projects. So this is it. As you can see, it's with the hardeners that I have used on it. It's stiff, and this will be the bottom side. It's just some thread, silk thread. And I crocheted it with a very large hook. I don't have it near me right now, but it's probably like one of the largest hooks that is out there. Bits of red in it, blues, purples, browns, sky blues. When you look at it close up, it's really quite nice to look at. I really won't be able to give you clear focus. I'll take some clear pictures. But I'm happy. This is my first project. I really don't know how many yards this took to make, but as I stated in the previous video, I ended with about 10 inches left of thread, so I was really happy about that. Okay, here's my doormat. I'm going to place it in front of my door. Bye.